Hey guys, what I'd like to do in this video is talk about my jump back into the world of PC gaming. This is my gaming laptop. I've had it a week or two and I've been playing games on this a lot. I've actually been playing more games on this than I have on my PlayStation 4. And I've been really enjoying playing games on this. And yeah, I've just been really enjoying playing games on it. So I thought I would do a little video and just talk about PC games and talk about, not so much all the differences between playing on PC and playing on consoles. The thing is, with PC games, there's a lot of people out there that will say, I'm a PC gamer, PC Master Race, and then others will say, I'm a console gamer. But I've always just considered myself to be a gamer. Back when I had the Atari 2600 as a kid, I loved it, but then I would go and play games on the Commodore 64. And I think that most people fit into that category of just being a gamer, just want to play games, whatever platform they're on. But I think that the difference between console games and PC games isn't as big as it once was. The environment has changed. There's no way you could have got a gaming laptop with this amount of power back in the 90s or even the early 2000s. It just wouldn't have happened. It just wouldn't have happened. Technology has came forward now, and now we've got these little systems with these fantastic screens, with these fantastic graphics cards that can do so much. And these really weren't a thing back in the day. Now, back in the 90s, there really was a marked difference between PC gaming and console gaming. The most obvious one being that most games in the early 90s were cartridge based, where you plug a cartridge in and it just worked. Plug and play. The game loaded, you started playing. You were up and running in like 10, 15 seconds. Now, in the mid 90s, we had the PlayStation 1, we had the Saturn, what else? We had the Jaguar, all these other different systems that come out. And when we moved towards compact disc games, there wasn't any need to install a game like you did on the PC, but there was really bad loading times. Now, that has improved across the board, as far as loading times goes. CDs, DVDs, loading times aren't as bad as they used to be. But it's only recently that installations has been a problem in gaming in the gaming in the console world. This was never a big issue back in the gaming world, back in the day. But the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, you need to install games. So, for example, with Modern Warfare on the PlayStation 4, I had to install I think it was like 200 gig, 175 gigabytes or something. Now, I've installed that game on this laptop, and right now I'm installing it on this PC. And you can see it's installing. It's installing very slowly. This is very annoying to me that it's this slow. It's the same on Steam. This is battle.net. This is where you need to buy this game. There's obviously a lot of different places you can buy games, Microsoft Store, Steam, battle.net, etc. And it's a little bit annoying that you can only download games at 20 megabytes per second, etc. But yes, that is a different story, a different argument, a different discussion. But yes, I've actually got this game downloaded on the PlayStation 4, this laptop, and this PC. So I've basically got like 600 gigabytes of the same game. And the thing is, if I had did this video 10 years ago, one of my main criticisms of PC games would be that, the installation sizes and all that. But that's a criticism that I would have to put towards the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as well. Big files, big installations. It's what we have to deal with now. And because of that, we need to buy a lot of additional storage. It's very common now for someone to buy a big external hard drive and plug it into the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4. It's just what you need to do, or they replace the hard drive. That's what I did in my PlayStation 4 years ago. I replaced the hard drive with a 2 terabyte drive. Now that's full. Back when I've got the PlayStation 4, 2 terabyte was huge. I never ever thought I would outgrow it. And now, because of games like this, which are 200 gigabytes, yeah, they get full pretty quickly. It's the same problem there, and that's why I have been spending a little money. I paid about £1,600 for this laptop, 4K screen. It's got a 2080 Max Q, a lot of power, and a small package. It's a 2.15 kilogram laptop, Alienware M15. In addition to that, I replaced the wireless card, so the ping rates are better. And I've also bought this. If I can get it here, the lights are shining. So I got a 4 terabyte SSD, 2.5 inch SSD. I've got a 970 Evo Plus NVMe drive in there. I might buy another SSD as well, because these games take up so much room. I've downloaded Doom. Doom is like 60 gigabytes as well. And if you install a lot of games and you want to have access to all your library, you do need to have a lot of, you don't need to have a lot of storage. Just is what it is. But I have been enjoying playing on games on this laptop, and I really do love how flexible this is. I do think that if you want the best bang for your buck, if you want value for money, consoles is still where it's at. It really is. You can pick up a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One now under 200. It's about 300 for the Xbox One X, for the PlayStation 4 Pro, and that will give you 4K gaming. Now, you're not going to get the same power from a PC that costs the same. You're just not going to get it. You would have to spend thousands to get the same performance. I know it's not like for like. These things are very flexible and all that, but if you want the highest resolution, if you want the highest frame rate, obviously you're going to go towards gaming laptops and gaming PCs. But if you just want the best value for money and you want a fantastic experience, you should really lean towards consoles. And this obviously was something that was in my mind a lot over the last few weeks, because it cost me more to buy this hard drive than it would have cost me to just buy an Xbox One X. I could have just bought an Xbox One X, 4K gaming. Instead, I got this little box. It's pretty crazy when you think about it, but it's what I did because I want to keep all my library in this laptop without having to, attach lots of hard drives and all that. I have been really enjoying it though, and this gaming laptop is really, really powerful. This can do Modern Warfare, which is installing there, but I've got it here. This can do Modern Warfare 4K at 60 frames per second. It really can, and it can do it quite well. It's pretty impressive that it can do that 4K at 60 frames per second in this laptop. And the beauty of that is that I can play this in my bed, I can play it downstairs on the couch, but obviously it's a laptop. I can pick it up, I can go anywhere. And the other day I went to my friend's house, I sat on the couch, I played on this, and the two of us were playing Modern Warfare. He was playing on his Xbox One, I was playing on the laptop, and it was great. We had a ton of fun, and it's very easy to do that today. This wasn't possible 10 years ago, really, not with this kind of performance. I saw some gaming laptops in the Black Friday sale, like the Dell G3, and there was one of them that was, I think it was a 1060, it might have been 144 hertz or 60 hertz, but essentially I had a 1060, something which would have been good enough for 1080p for most games at medium to high settings. I think so anyway, medium to high settings. So it was a competent gaming laptop for £600. It was also a laptop for work or for, university or for whatever. And I think that's pretty amazing that you can get that kind of power in a laptop at that price range. Even this wasn't that expensive either. But the beauty of this, of course, is that you can play games on the laptop, but just like an Xbox, just like a PlayStation 4, you can just plug this into a television, or you can plug it into a monitor. Now, you guys can't see it, but underneath the camera right now is this. I bought this. I am not doing it by halves. This is a 27-inch gaming monitor. Now, I'll do a separate video about this, but the gaming monitor, which is underneath the camera, is 27 inch, 1440p, and it's 144 hertz. Now, when I connected this to the monitor, I was, the CPU was running like at 90% when I tried 1440p at 144 frames per second. Now, I believe the reason for that is because I had all the settings on high, and that's something I should have pointed out earlier on. When this plays at 4K at 60 frames per second, all the settings on Modern Warfare are at high. I'm not, downgrading things. But I was able to get 144 hertz, 144 frames per second, 1080p on the 27-inch monitor, and it looks fantastic. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks amazing. And I reckon I'll be able to get 1440p at 144 frames per second if I just, downgrade some of the settings down to medium. But all in all, what I would say about PC gaming on a laptop especially, is that it can be a little bit more expensive. It is more expensive than playing on a PlayStation 4 Pro or on an Xbox One X, but I am really, really enjoying playing on this laptop. I'm really enjoying jumping back into the world of PC gaming. It's something I've missed. It's something I've not really been involved in for a long time. Yes, generally it does cost you a lot of money, but if you're going to buy a laptop for something else anyway, maybe it's worth spending an extra few hundred to get one with a graphics card that can let you play the games that you want to play. But yeah, overall, I have been enjoying it, but I'm not selling out and leaving the console gaming world, either. Like I said at the start, I'm not a PC gamer, I'm not a console gamer, I'm just a gamer. So I will switch back to the PlayStation 4 for some games. I will play a lot of games on this, but I think it's just interesting to me because I've not played games on PC for so long, beyond just basic games. I think it's amazing how much performance you can get in gaming laptops now, or even basic gaming desktops. They're very, very cheap to buy now, and they're really flexible. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, guys. I will do more videos about gaming on a PC in the future, but now I just wanted to give you a little update as to, how I've been getting on and what I've been doing with myself. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you've not subscribed already. And I'll show you this another time playing some games. Until then, take care.